Man, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of EOS. It's 10 out of Jake, man. I'm rocking with y'all, and y'all rocking with me. And for this video, we're going to be covering the case of Ronnie O'Neal, the man that went viral, has been seen all over social media after he was yelling at the jury. A lot of people are laughing this case off without knowing the gruesome details on what this man actually did. So I'm going to be taking the time with this video to enlighten y'all on who Ronnie O'Neal is.
How you doing, Ronnie?
Good.
It's good to see you, man.
Good to see you too.
Did I hurt you that night of this incident?
Yes.
I did. And how did I hurt you?
You stabbed me.
March 18th, 2018 at 11:43 p.m., the Hillsborough County Sheriff's Dispatch received a 911 call from an unknown female caller, repeatedly pleading for help and saying she'd been shot. Dispatch asked for a location, and all she could reply with was the beginning of an address, when an unknown male in the background could be heard yelling, "Allah Akbar." The woman could be heard over the phone saying, "I'm so sorry, Ronnie," before she started to scream. The man in the background was heard saying, "She killed me. Don't come outside. Call 911. Nothing was ever heard from the woman on the phone again, and the call would end soon after. 8 minutes later, dispatch would receive another 911 call, this time from a man stating he'd just been attacked by some white demons. He'd go on to say, "Her name is Kiki, and she tried to fucking kill me, and I just killed her stupid ass." The caller then provided the address 13248 Pike Lake Drive in Gibsonton, Florida, and dispatch asked the man if Kiki tried to attack him. His response was yes, she tried to kill me. Then the call went dead. 3 officers arrived at the residence, finding a female laying in the front yard with a gunshot wound. As they began giving medical attention to the woman, the fire department showed up, assisting and giving the woman medical attention as they noticed a fire started within the home. The deputies quickly forced entry inside, the garage door then automatically opening as a man identified as Ronnie O'Neal III walked out towards deputies. They gave multiple commands for Ronnie to stop and get on the ground, but he ignored them all until tasers pierced his skin, sending shockwaves throughout his body. Incapacitated, handcuffed, and placed in the back of a squad car, Ronnie could be heard saying, "Allah Akbar." As firefighters made entrance into the residence that was burning, an 8-year-old boy walked out, suffering from severe burn wounds and multiple stab wounds to his body and neck. Medical personnel began rendering aid to the boy when he stated, "My father shot my mother." He was then transported to Tampa General, undergoing surgery for his stab wounds. He was identified as Ronnie O'Neal IV. Fire rescue continued searching the home before making a grisly discovery. A 9-year-old girl was found dead inside of the home with multiple stab wounds to her body. She was identified as Ron Nevaeh O'Neal. It was at this time the woman found suffering a gunshot wound in the front yard was also pronounced dead at the scene. She was identified as Kenyatta Barron, the children's mother. Ronnie O'Neal, the father, was transported to the District 4 office for an interview where he declined to provide a statement. His clothing was covered in blood splatter from front to back. He had a severe burn to his left forearm, another burn to his leg, and multiple lacerations and blisters to his hands. But the smell? He stunk of gasoline or some other type of accelerant investigators believe he used to start the fire within the home. Ronnie would remain in custody while investigators conducted interviews with neighboring witnesses. Witness number 1 described being woken up by his girlfriend during the commotion heard outside. He heard a loud pounding at his front door, looked out the peephole, and could see a man standing over a female, holding her by her shirt with his right hand while holding a shiny object in his left as the man yelled Allah Akbar. The witness told the man to leave his property, and he ran back to his home. This was the commotion believed to have been heard over the 911 call. Witness number 2 was in her bedroom when she heard pounding outside, followed by "I'm gonna kill that bitch." Witness number 3 was in his bedroom when he heard a loud bang. He looked out of his bedroom window, seeing a man whom he knew as Ronnie standing directly in front of the neighbor's front door across the street. He was holding a black shotgun in his hand, striking the ground with the weapon's barrel, saying, "She killed me." A canine was deployed inside of the home, alerting to multiple areas for ignitable liquids and eventually finding a red gasoline can within one of the bedrooms. Ronnie would be officially arrested the following morning, charged with 2 counts of first-degree premeditated murder, 1 count of first-degree premeditated attempted murder, first-degree arson to a dwelling with people present, and resisting an officer. Fast forward to June of 2021, trial has started in the case of Ronnie O'Neal versus the state of Florida. Prosecutors are seeking the death penalty, and Ronnie shook the nation when a video went viral of him not only representing himself in court, but yelling in the courtroom as he addressed the jury. Opening statements took the courtroom back to the night of the murders. The children's mother, Kenyatta, calling police, heard repeatedly telling Ronnie she's sorry as she hid in her closet while he hunted her down, eventually chasing her in front of a neighboring home and beating her to death with a shotgun. He then killed his 9-year-old autistic daughter, who couldn't even speak. She couldn't even beg for her life before he stabbed her to death with a hatchet. He then went on to stab his 8-year-old son multiple times before setting the house ablaze. Ronnie defended himself in a 30-minute long statement as he yelled at the jury, claiming evidence will show he loved his children, the entire case has been tampered with and fabricated. But it wasn't his bold attempt of defense that shocked the courtroom. It was the heartbreaking testimony of Ronnie's now 11-year-old son, the only surviving victim from the night when his mom and sister were killed. He described the night, his father holding the shotgun and his mother screaming. "My mom ran into my sister's room and into the closet," he testified. "Then, my dad said, 'Come in here, come kill this B word,'" he said, adding that he heard a shotgun blast. The boy went on to explain how he witnessed his father kill his sister, striking her twice with an axe. "There was blood everywhere," he slowly said. Then he lighted something with the tissue and a match. "That's when he tried to light the match and put me on fire," he continued. "I got up and ran into the kitchen." Ronnie, being that he's representing himself, was able to cross-examine his own son, saying, "It's good to see you, man." His son would reply, "It's good to see you too." The father began pointing out that his son's comments during testimony conflicted with what he's told detectives and attorneys during the last few years. But during that exchange, young Ronnie directly implicated his father. He asked his son, "Did I hurt you the night of this incident?" The boy said, "Yes." "How did I hurt you?" The boy replied, "You stabbed me." Regardless of how Ronnie carried himself when speaking with jurors, the judge put it on record he appears very competent to stand trial and possibly face capital punishment in the state of Florida. Now, this is my opinion and my opinion only, and it's taken me a little bit of time to come up with this opinion. I don't know if he should be punished by death, and I say that only because who else does his son have? His son doesn't have a mother. His son doesn't have a sister. To lose his father, he wouldn't have anyone. I mean, I'm sure there's other family members, but to lose everybody like that, my first instinct was, if he's found guilty, fry his ass. You know what I mean? First quarter, kill him. But I had to think of the son too, because how would that affect him? You could hear in court he said it was good to see you too. He knows his father did wrong, but he knows that's still his father, and he most likely grew up loving his dad. And to hear that your dad is going to be executed after witnessing your mother and sister killed, I don't know. Because he's not at an age where you can just ask him, what do you think should be done? that pressure shouldn't be put on him. But at the end of the day, I just wouldn't want anything further to damage this kid. Now, I do want to say, for the viewers that's watching this, I mean, this happened in Hillsborough County. I grew up in Tampa. If anybody has a GoFundMe for the family, for this kid, I would like to personally donate. So if anybody can set that up, hook me up with the family members, or put a GoFundMe if there is a GoFundMe for this kid. Like I said, I personally like to donate. I don't even know what to say. This case is disgusting. It's insane. And it leaves me speechless, because I'm sure everybody is in agreement. If he did this, he should die. But it's like I said, before I make my own decision, my own judgment, I wanted to take into consideration the son, the only surviving victim, and what would be right on his behalf. Is this justifiable to make sure he never leaves prison, but that his son can somewhat find a sense of closure, reaching out to his father in the future when he's much older and able to comprehend things on an adult level? I don't know. It's a crazy fucking case, but seeing countless posts on Instagram of people laughing that he's yelling at the jurors like, oh, he's gone, or people making fun of his hair, or this, that, and the third. The fact that a lot of people don't even realize the severity behind the crimes made me want to do this video and let people know what type of a person this guy really is. But with that being said, I'm not sure I have anything else to say, other than hopefully somebody can get me that GoFundMe or in contact with the victim's family. But hey, it's Tan Natty J. I'm rocking with y'all like y'all rocking with me. Till next time.